Hi, welcome back to the channel. In today's vlog, now I was tempted to do a little thumbnail and saying, oh, we're selling our caravan, and you know, I would have got loads and loads of clicks. I'm not doing that because I don't actually know. Well, I want to talk about caravan layouts.
It's all right.
And why we think our caravan layout has really outlived its use for us. Now, one of the most difficult things when buying a caravan, I think personally, is firstly setting a budget and sticking to it, but secondly is choosing the right layout, because when you first start caravanning, you don't know how you're going to use it. I mean, you might know how many people, you might have mum, dad, 2 kids, you might think you need bunk beds, you might think you need 2 single beds at back, you know, whatever you need, or a fixed bed. So our history is we've had fixed beds in all our caravans, all 3. The first one was, I think, what they call a French bed. No, the first one was a weird German layout where the bed was at the front. I think I've covered that before. The second one was a Sterling Eccles, which was a French bed, so a fixed bed at the back, but toilet at the rear. That's right, yeah. And this one is a transverse island bed, so the bed goes crossways and a rear bathroom. So cut a really long story short, so the problem we have with the transverse bed is access around the back of the bed when in the middle of the night if you need to get up to use the toilet, for instance. So I now sleep nearest the toilet because I generally get up. In fact, recently it's not been the case, but previously I was up a couple of times a night, and having to scoot round the edge of the bed is a bit of a nightmare, or can be a bit of a nightmare. So, but when we bought it, we kind of knew this. When it's in day mode, it's fine. I'll insert some footage here. When it's in day mode, it's fine. When it's in night mode, you're told you can get round, and when you buy it, you look at it and you think, yeah, I can get round, because you can get round with it rubbing against your knees. Oh, I can anyway. Well, me and Mandy can, in fairness. But when you put the duvet on and the mattress topper, it's kind of a different matter, because the duvet goes over the bed and you can't get through. End of. No matter how much the salesman tell you, you can't get through. So we've been looking at different layouts. Been looking at the Bailey Pamplona, rear island bed, middle washroom, but it only has kind of one door to go in, so I don't know how far out the mattress protrudes, so going left and right might be a difficult. So we were looking at some Swifts, the 650 model, and also the 850, which is the 8-foot wide one. Now they're centre bathroom, rear bedroom. So Saturday, it's Monday morning now, just lockdown's just been announced. So we went to nearest dealer to us, MG Caravans, in just outside Royston, which is about 50 minutes from us. Actually, it's not actually the nearest one. The nearest one is just a Bailey dealer. Bit pricey, but so I went to MG Caravans. Lovely people. Had a look around just to get some ideas of the finishing of a Swift as opposed to a Bailey. Now, our previous caravan was Sterling Eccles. For some reason, I can't put my finger on it, we liked it more than we liked the Bailey. Now, even though it's a bigger caravan, not sure what it is. Maybe we haven't really made it kind of homely enough for us, or I don't know. So anyway, so we looked at these. We looked at an Elegance and a Challenger. Now, I'd been researching for a couple of weeks probably on different layouts and finishings, and I had it in my mind that Elegance, although it was a bit more expensive, it was a much better finish. So we compared the two on the site. Didn't get the layout we wanted, but just as the finishes, and I'd say I was disappointed with the Elegance. Not that it's bad, but it just wasn't as good as I thought it would be. And also it's reasonably amount of more expensive. I know it's not just the finish, there's little things with the bodywork that are big things with bodywork that are different and stuff like that, but if I'm looking at just the way the cupboards are finished and everything else, it wasn't any better. And I actually think I preferred the Challenger. So what we're looking at the moment is a rear island bed centre washroom. So like I say, we have looked at online at the 650 and the 850. Now I looked online and there was Grantham Caravans, which is 100 miles, 2 hours from me. I'd arranged to go up there prior to the lockdown, so yesterday, Sunday, I went up there to have a look at that 850. It's an 850 Elite, which is the dealer special. Now I've always poo-pooed dealer specials in a snobby kind of way. Actually, it's a very small problem I had with the dealer specials is that whatever they're called, Elite, Celeste or whatever, above the and I'll show you in the video, above so I'll just tell you there, coming up is me looking at the 850. It's not a review, it's just, I basically wanted to, because Mandy didn't come with me, I basically wanted a video to show Mandy, so I've just whizzed around it. Now at the front, there's a shelf at the top, which is really nice, but a wood fascia, and on that fascia they have the name of the Elite or Celeste, and honestly they could have done it a bit better. Anyway, this Elite is much better than some of the others I've seen, and you do get accessories added on that you'd expect you should get anyway, like ATC, external plug socket, external barbecue. I think what they used to call the Lux Pack, they add that into the price, and reasonable discounts to be had, not earth-shattering must buy discounts, but the sort of discounts you'd expect from a show, I guess. That brings me on to another thing, the lack of used caravans at the moment in both dealers and private, especially now because we're going into lockdown, so Thursday or Wednesday, that's not going to be if you're actually wondering, so what's happening with the dealerships, I spoke to the Grantham Caravans, they're staying open, and I think factories are staying open too, but they won't allow public on site, so you can't view caravans, or you can't part exchange caravans, you can't pick caravans up, I believe. But I think they might still be carrying out maintenance on them. I think the workshops are still open, and I think they have some kind of machine that they put in to defumigate the caravan. Then they leave it for a couple of days, I believe. I've just overheard somebody chatting about it, but that's kind of what they're looking at doing. So they are still open and still selling caravans. That's pretty much it. So what we really want to do is change the layout of the caravan. So I've looked at, like I say, the Pamplona. I've come to the conclusion that Swift are no better or worse than Bailey. And when you look around, they're all pretty poor, really. They are. I mean, they make them light. So they use, it's chipboard, isn't it? And they're covered with plastic. You can't get away from that. That's what caravans are. So, I mean, I think their coachmen are going to be no different, are they? I mean, they're 37. I was looking through the window of a coachman, 37,000, and they've just brought a new one out of Lusso, 41,000. I mean, I looked at our car. That was reasonably expensive. But you can really see that engineering's gone into it, the engine, the air suspension, all these things on the car. I know with caravans they say, well, you've got a fridge, cooker. I mean, they're 500 quid or something at the most. Actually, having said that, I was trying to look at what fridge the 850, Swift 850 had in it. And it's one of these slimline ones that opens both ways. Again, you see it in the video. And they're like £1,000 or something. But that's ridiculous price. This is why caravans are so expensive, because the stuff in them. If you buy a domestic fridge, I mean that fridge would be 300 quid at Curry's. Well, maybe 500 quid at Curry's, 300 quid anywhere else. But the stuff in caravan is ridiculously expensive, and it's just all plywood and plastic. Anyway. So we're thinking of changing the layout. Interested in thoughts on what layouts you choose and what made you make the decision, because I think we've had 3 caravans now. A biggest change with the 850, and which has made us really and ah about it, is it's got an L-shaped front lounge, no window at the door side, because you've got like a TV there, or you can have a TV there. So L-shaped lounge and no centre chest so no table there. So if you've got an L-shaped lounge, like an 850 or an L-shaped lounge on an 8 foot wide caravan, what do you do with, if you haven't got the centre chest, what do you do with eating? So that's where we are. Anyway, now I've rambled on for like 10 minutes. Hopefully I'll edit it down a bit further. But I'll now show you me looking around the 850. Again, it's not a review. It's just I'm just opening cupboards and comparing it to the
It's the
Cartagena.
850 X850 Challenger dealer special. So it's elite. That's the bit I was talking about there with the bit up there. I'll do what everybody does. Open cupboards. I wouldn't say they was as deep as the Unicorn. Might be though. Obviously, you lose the front window here because there's you get these. Now these, Amanda's a bit concerned these weren't too deep, but they're very deep actually. I've got a tape measure actually. Let's have a look. So they're 56 centimeters. So I'll measure the Unicorn when I get back. Nice interior, good. Oh, I wasn't expecting them to go that way. Okay, that's there. And the fridge is narrower than the Unicorn. This isn't the review, it's just a comparison between the two, really. So that is a bit smaller. It's automatic by the looks of it, so it would switch from battery to mains automatically. That is small, but enough for 2 people, I'd guess. What do I know about fridges? TV area up there, booster. Audi heating. So this is a big area here. Big area there. Cupboards under the sink. Nice splashback. I don't know about these blinds. They are different to Bailey. Bailey are Remus and these are some other ones. But they work. Big tap. 2 plug sockets there. Under here, got these pull-out things, which are handy for tins, and the cutlery drawer there. Big cupboards there, which is good. Roof light. Blinds on the roof light, yep. Blinds on here, yes. Bit on the stiff side, but they was are to start with. Bit on the stiff side indeed. Lights there. I think lights behind here. Plug socket. USB, 2 USBs there. There is a shelf here. Mandy asked about that. There's a big shelf there actually, wide enough for a cup of tea. And shelves up here as well. Speakers, roof light, omni vent. So cupboards. Again, big cupboards. Don't like it. I found this on the one yesterday. These kind of stick. Look into the washroom. If he comes, I will stop filming because they think I'm a loony. Again, toilet. Good, you won't bang your head on there, which was a concern. Magnetic catches. Another roof light there. Shower. Cupboard there. Audi heating. Into the bedroom. Big wardrobes there. Big enough for me. TV stand. More blinds. Plug socket there. I noticed these aren't USB ones, but you can replace these for USB ones. No problem at all. Wardrobe, Alder, heating boiler. No drawer here, but more cupboards. Oh, there's a drawer actually. That's handy. again. The trouble we have with the Unicorn with the transverse bed is access to the toilet, which is obviously improved with this. Oh, maybe a little, yeah, LEDs behind there. More cupboards, wardrobes. See, overall quality is similar to Bailey, but still not brilliant, really, for what you're getting. Slidey doors. Should be a catch there that locks on. Yeah, there. Oh, that's it. That goes in there. So that's look just from this angle. That's, I can't really see a great deal, but it's not as open as the Unicorn that we've got. But then we kind of, this is a big area, and we like the fact that this shuts off. At the moment we've got one of those concertina door things. Whereas, let's go back. See, this is a nice size area, and these settees are big and much wider than I thought they'd be. So that's pretty much.
So that was a brief whiz around the. So they call it the Swift 850 Elite, Swift Challenger 850 Elite, maybe. It's their dealer special anyway, that they put different fabrics, and I mean I liked the changes they did make to it. Apart from that kind of writing at the top, we could do that. If it was just stuck on, I'd prise it off and just keep it wood. So our thoughts so far, we were going to change. Certainly, we certainly are going to change the Caravan. So subscribe if you don't already. You know, this is the clickbaity stuff. If you subscribe, I'll tell you the journey of our changing Caravans. But because of this oncoming lockdown, which is going to go until maybe 2nd of December, which is probably going to realistically be longer, I don't know. So nobody's going to be buying and selling Caravans. Would we buy new? I don't know. If the deal was right and the timelines were right. See, this is me at the moment. I asked MG Caravans what's the lead time on a new Swift Challenger, and it was like 5 to 6 weeks or something. I can't, you know, if they have to shut, man, and we've got a definite, we're going away in July to France and need the Caravan, all things being well, going to France anyway, so we need the Caravan then. So I can't risk any delays in any manufacture, or so yeah, it could be. I'm not sure I'd buy privately, although you can get a better price. You don't always get a better price, but you can get a better price. So that's where we are. So stay tuned for any change in Caravans here. It will be layout. I mean, to be honest, if we well, the thing is now I fancy a change of manufacturer. I was going to say if we looks at Pamplona and liked it, we'd get it, because it'd be basically the same as this, but with an island bed and a middle bathroom. But now, I don't know. I thought I'd like Swift more. There's a few things about the Swift I don't like, especially the blinds. The window blinds are seem a lot cheaper than the Bailey ones. But that's about all, really. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.
It's alright.
It's Caravan Vlog.
This is quality caravan vlogging.